What is up? What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Check it out without a doubt. Man, check it, man. We actually did Michael Jordan's son, Marcus, got arrested, right? Son Marcus got arrested for driving under influence. He was caught with this allegedly a $300. This is when you're supposed to say allegedly, because he claimed it was a $300,000 car. $300,000 car, and you driving it on the train tracks. So he was driving on the train tracks by accident. You got a $300,000 car and you driving under the influence, and you end up on some train tracks. If I was Michael Jordan, I'd disown his ass too. Anyway, check it out, man. I'm still in the Philippines, and I just want to see Michael Jordan disowns son Marcus over his problems. He got some problems. Oh, and when he was on the train tracks, he actually got caught with a little something in his pocket. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this thing out together, man. Let's check it out. Here we go.
You want to see my? You want to check under my nuts too?
No, this is Marcus talking.
I feel like you might be.
No.
I feel like you might be.
Where is that?
I don't know, the way you searching.
Well, we gotta search everybody.
Nah, you can check under there. It's just a big dick and some big balls, bro. Yeah, receipts I paid for in the city.
On cocaine.
That's right. You really gotta ask what happened when it's coke involved. It was coke.
He was probably wild.
Right. Whatever the coke, the root, or whatever he was getting into.
So it looks like Michael Jordan is officially cutting his son off after the latest stunt he pulled that ended up with him getting arrested for possession of that Coca-Cola. If y'all recall, Marcus was spotted a few months ago sniffing what looked like that white substance. Well, it turns out that Marcus has a serious addiction problem, and he nearly unalived himself from the way he was driving on the day that he got arrested. As if that wasn't bad enough, Marcus got into a full-blown argument with the cops, swearing at them and acting all high and mighty like they were supposed to know he was a celebrity and treat him special. It was honestly so embarrassing. So it's not surprising that Michael decided he had had enough of Marcus's shenanigans. If word on the street is anything to go by, then this was the last straw for Michael, and he has officially disowned Marcus for ruining the family name. So, what is really going on here? How did the son of the Michael Jordan end up in this kind of sticky situation? And what role did Michael play in all this? Let's talk about it.
I'm Marcus Jordan. I'm Michael Jordan's son. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to...
Police found 34-year-old Marcus Jordan and his blue lens.
The part that tripped me out is, why even bring that up? Why even bring up that you Michael Jordan's son? What that's supposed to do? I mean, seriously, what does that supposed to do? Make the police officers say, oh, this is what you was hoping for it to do. Make the police officer say, oh, you Michael Jordan's son, let me see. Okay, have a nice day. Nah, come on, man. What is that supposed to do?
About it.
I'm Marcus Jordan. I'm Michael Jordan's son. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to get home.
Police found 34-year-old Marcus Jordan and his blue Lamborghini stuck on railroad tracks near Orlando, Florida. According to the arrest report, officers learned the vehicle had just fled a traffic stop. They claimed Jordan had slurred speech, bloodshot eyes, and smelled of alcohol.
Marcus Jordan is in the news for the wrong reasons all the time, but it looks like he has finally outdone himself this time. Allegedly, he was driving under the influence and accidentally swerved onto train tracks, where he could have gotten killed if the police had not intervened. This led...
Swerved? He was halfway down the train tracks. I'm talking about at least 4 to 5 car lengths down. However you turn, I'm thinking that he turned down this certain street. But he was 4 or 5 car lengths on the train track. So if you got this car, if I had my car, I ain't got no $300,000 Lamborghini or whatever he was driving. It looked like a regular car to me. You need to get your money back. I don't understand this. I really don't understand this right here, man. Because if I would have bumped up on some train tracks, I'd be, ho, cuz, wait a minute. We got to back up. Right then and there, he driving down the damn train tracks. That's crazy, man.
This time. Allegedly, he was driving under the influence and accidentally swerved onto train tracks, where he could have gotten killed if the police had not intervened. This led to serious backlash for Marcus, because he is a grown man now and still bringing shame to the Jordan name with silly tricks like driving under the influence like some teenager. However, in all this, some people blame Michael Jordan for his children's failures because apparently he wasn't a great dad when they were growing up. The narrative that seems to be the most popular is that Michael was too busy being a star, too busy being Michael Jordan, to care about helping his kids develop their talents as basketball players. MJ has 5 children from 2 different relationships. His first marriage to Juanita Binoy produced 2 sons, Jeffrey and Marcus, and a daughter named Jasmine. In 2013, following the failure of Michael and Juanita's marriage, Michael tied the knot again with Cuban-American model Yvette Prieto. A year later, the couple welcomed twin daughters, Victoria and Isabel. Growing up, Michael's kids were under immense pressure to succeed. It was especially bad for the boys because you don't get to be the son of arguably the world's best basketball player ever and not be expected to fill his shoes in some way. However, while Michael had a fire in him that pushed him to impossible limits, his sons just didn't have it. It was crazy because, of course, there could never be another Michael Jordan in one lifetime. But with all the resources in the world and a legend for a father, it was expected that they would do at least reasonably well. Also, Michael had always made it clear he was not going to coddle his sons. They would have to make a way for themselves. Jeffrey and Marcus both played basketball in high school, but the highlight of their high school careers was that one night when future number 7 pick Eric Gordon dropped a whopping 43 points on Whitney Young, the school that Jeffrey and Marcus attended. Michael Jordan was in the audience watching in dead silence as his kids scored a combined 8 points.
About 2 seconds away from throwing on a jersey, lacing up, and subbing into the game himself.
Stop it. Get some help.
Still, they went on to college, where Marcus did okay, but Jeffrey struggled like crazy. Having only received offers from smaller universities, Jeffrey decided not to take the easy route and instead go to the University of Illinois, where he was only a preferred walk-on. This meant he had to work extra hard to prove himself and earn a real spot on the team. However, in his freshman year, Jeffrey averaged only 1 point per game, the same as his sophomore year. He improved slightly as a junior, but all he could get was 1.6 points per game. Clearly, Jeffrey just wasn't a good enough basketball player despite his athleticism and obvious advantages. Things were different with Marcus, though. As a senior in Whitney Young, Marcus led his school to a state championship victory in a close game where he came in clutch and showed the world he was a much better player than his brother. Marcus scored 19 points in the state championship game. He was voted MVP and accepted a scholarship to the University of Central Florida. At uni, Marcus quickly established himself as the team's best player, but it wasn't until his sophomore year that everyone saw how good a player and how much better than his brother he was. Marcus went from averaging 8 points per game in year 1 to 15.2 points in year 2. He was also the leading scorer on a UCF team that won 21 games to 12. In 2 separate games at the national level, Marcus again showed the world his abilities, dropping 18 points on 6 of 11 shooting in an upset win against number 16 Florida and 23 points in a 6-point victory over Miami. At this point, it seemed pretty sure their Marcus would follow in his father's footsteps, or at least get drafted to the NBA and carve his path. Compared to the players who did get drafted around that time, Marcus seemed like a pretty good catch and would have had even better chances if he had kept improving his game. However, Marcus only went downhill from there, becoming the center of attention for several negative off-court dramas. His first controversy entering his college basketball career was refusing to wear the team's official shoes, which were Adidas, in support of his father. Oh, but it was about to get much worse. In 2010, just before his sophomore season, reason, Marcus made it to the news again when it was reported that he and his brother lost between $50,000 and $80,000 on a gambling and partying spree in Las Vegas. According to reports, the Jordan brothers spent at least $35,000 at Hayes nightclub and Liquid Pool Lounge. Funny enough, the news didn't get out until Marcus himself made a series of tweets revealing that he spent over $50,000 on Saturday alone, and they were partying all weekend. The incident was reported to the Nevada Gaming Control Board because Marcus was only 19 at the time, which was below the age which you could legally gamble. This only generated more bad press for him and his father. At the time, people couldn't help but compare Marcus to his father, who is also notorious for gambling huge amounts of money away in one sitting. MJ's love for gambling once landed him in a money laundering trial where a $57,000 check written by him was taken into evidence. The trial was for James Slim Bowler, a known gambler and alleged drug dealer who later got 9 years in jail for money laundering. MJ was forced to testify at the trial because the $57,000 check he wrote to Bowler, which was supposedly to pay off a gambling debt, was taken as evidence of money laundering. So yeah, MJ's sons coming out as chronic gamblers didn't surprise anyone. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right? But that wasn't even the biggest L Marcus would take on the road down. In 2012, Marcus was arrested after a drunken argument with two women. According to reports, Marcus was very animated, intoxicated, and uncooperative with police outside the embassy suites. Officers were called to the scene at 2:11 a.m. after an off-duty officer asked for help subduing Jordan during an argument with two women in the hotel driveway. After a brief struggle, it took multiple officers to control and handcuff the suspect. He was charged with disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and obstructing a police officer, but took a plea deal, so the obstruction charge was dropped. All these incidents made the NBA teams view Marcus as an off-court risk. Rather than show his work ethic and prove that he would be a great investment for the team, Marcus was proving to be a liability, so he never got picked for the 2011 draft. On top of that, Marcus only got worse as a player, averaging 13.7 points per game on 37% shooting. No NBA team was ever going to give him a spot on their roster with stats like that. In 2012, after UCF was deemed ineligible to make the NCAA tournament, Marcus quit the team, and that was the end of his basketball career. After that, Marcus just seemed to go from one shenanigan to the other without really doing much. In 2022, it was reported that Marcus had started dating reality TV star Larsa Pippen. The relationship was pretty controversial, with Marcus and Larsa breaking up and getting back together before finally ending it. After the breakup, Marcus took to social media and said he had returned Larsa to the streets where she belonged. As for Larsa, she said she realized Marcus was not her guy after spending some time away from him. She said, "I just wrapped shooting the show and I spent time away from him and everyone else. I was there for 2 weeks and it just kind of gave me clarity when I was alone. And I think when you're alone, you kind of really either miss the person or realize maybe you're not my guy. And I feel like that made me realize that I don't think he's my guy." However, the relationship probably would have been just another celebrity relationship, if not for the fact that Larsa was about 17 years older than Marcus. Oh, and she's also the ex-wife of Scottie Pippen, the sworn enemy and rival of Marcus's father, Michael Jordan. So yeah, it was a really sticky situation. However, fans didn't really understand how upset MJ was about it until paparazzi asked him if he was on board with the relationship, and he replied with a firm no.
So, Michael Jordan was out in France, and he's leaving, he's headed to his car, and somebody screams to him, "Michael, do you approve of your son Marcus dating Larsa Pippen?" And he kept it short and sweet.
No. He definitely does, and he knows that daddy's disapproval will only make him get deeper in.
Around that time, people started speculating that MJ was fed up with his son's antics and was giving him an ultimatum to fix his life. But rather than pick up the slack and turn his life around, Marcus kept going down his self-destructive path. He was allegedly heavily into gambling and recreational use of hard substances. In fact, There were rumors that he had started developing an addiction to some of these haired substances. Those rumors gained more ground last year when Marcus was spotted on vacation, looking like he was sniffing a white substance. It was never confirmed if that was what he was doing, but the rumors didn't stop, and people were left wondering what Michael Jordan was doing about his son's situation. However, everything took a turn for the worse this month when Marcus was arrested on charges of DUI, coke possession, and resisting arrest. What had happened was that Marcus had somehow swerved onto a railway track in the middle of the night while driving in his Lamborghini with his girlfriend. Some police officers saw them appearing to have car trouble and approached them to help. They told Marcus and his girlfriend that they needed to leave the track because trains were actively using them. But Marcus refused to go and started arguing about how he wasn't about to leave his $300,000 car on the tracks in the middle of the night.
You are stuck. You know the trains come by right now, right?
No, I know. That's why I'm trying to get the out of here.
Your car ain't going nowhere, dude. You're buried. You're stuck on the track.
I need you guys out of the car because there is a train coming right now.
What the?
So then let me pull up.
You're not going to be able to move it. Just get out of the car.
To the right.
You can't. You're buried.
No, you can move it to the right.
Let me pull over then. Let me pull over.
You can't go nowhere. You're buried.
He's still trying to go.
There's a train
At least to the right.
less than 5 minutes
Track
away.
to the right.
All right, so then you want to get hit by a train?
Do you think I want to get hit by a train?
No, that's what I'm
absolutely
saying. Get out of the car so we don't get hit, so we can get off this thing.
Bradley, track to the right.
All right, get out of the car.
not. I mean, the concern is this $300,000 vehicle. I would like to just like push it out the way.
Let's start driving.
I don't know what to do about the tow truck or anything. Tow truck? We don't need a tow truck.
In the process, the officers suspected that Marcus might be under the influence, so they made him do the straight line test. Marcus insisted he wasn't under the influence of anything, but the officers weren't convinced, so they arrested him.
I've already got concerns for your level of impairment anyways, okay? So that's why. Because I can smell alcohol coming from you, and you're on train tracks. Okay. So come on, man. Just listen to me.
And you on train tracks.
Inebriated. I'm not familiar with this area. I made a right.
Delta,
I thought I was making a right onto the highway. I made a right on train track.
10-12.
0-10-0, be completely sober. Tell me I'm falling down drunk. Where would I put myself at? 3. 3? Yes. Okay. All right. Those hands back. I believe you have too much to do.
Why would you say 3? If you are not under the influence of any alcohol, that's a 0. Why would you say 3, man? Why would you say 3? That's crazy. Peace out, man. Here we go.
Okay. Just let you know. Okay.
I disagree with that, sir, but whatever you say.
As they searched his pockets, they found a small baggie containing a substance they later confirmed was coke.
You want to see my You want to check under my nuts too?
No, not really.
Go ahead. Really I feel like you might be.
No,
I feel like you might be.
What is that?
I don't know. The way you searching.
Well, we gotta search everybody's.
Nah, you can check under there. It's just a big and some big balls, bro. Yeah, receipts I paid for in this city. Like what the? I didn't do anything, man. I made a wrong.
You're arrested for DUI.
But I'm not drunk.
All right, take a seat.
Number one.
Well, my opinion is different. One question. You can ask me one question, I'll answer it, and then I want you to sit down. What's up?
I just want to understand why y'all are treating me as if I did something criminal.
Because I think you have driving under the influence.
But I'm not.
Substance. So I've answered your question. Now please sit down and I'll answer more questions. Please sit down.
I got nothing else for you, bro.
All right. Well,
hold on.
I'm gonna check your shoes. Sit down.
Sit down. Yo,
Sit down.
Sit down. Yo, chill out, bro. You chill out. Bro.
Stop kicking.
Yo, can I ask my girlfriend a question?
Don't do that again.
Relax.
Sit down.
Relax.
Feet in the car.
Relax. Can I ask my girlfriend a question or no?
I got it right behind you.
Wow. Okay. All right. What's your name?
Officer Marino, badge number 183.
What's your Boy, huh? Let's arrest Marcus
Jordan?
There's a baggie with powder. I was gonna grab the wipe to
Boring Monday night.
Now, I don't know if Marcus was drunk or not, but from the body cam footage obtained from that night, it was pretty obvious that he was on something. I mean, he kept swearing and arguing with the cops, dropping his name like he was some celebrity they were supposed to bow down to. Even when they slapped cuffs on him and put him in the police car, he didn't stop.
Brought in Marcus Jordan. Is Marcus Jordan are you like popular or something? I don't know exactly what. I don't act like you don't know. I don't know who you are, man. I've never met you.
That's funny right there.
According to TMZ, Marcus was eventually booked into jail with a $4,000 bond. To make him look even more suspicious, Marcus allegedly refused to take a breathalyzer test to confirm whether he was intoxicated or not. The incident became a hot topic online because everyone could see that Marcus had been heading down this path for years. That's when rumors started circulating that Michael Jordan had completely cut ties with Marcus because this latest stunt was the final straw for him. Many people have dropped their 2 cents on this issue, like this person who said, "Literally nobody is surprised, but I never pictured MJ's son was on the road to become Tyrone Biggums. He needs help. Now." Then this person added, "Ha ha ha, this makes me laugh so damn hard. He's already been photographed by the paparazzi numerous times snorting lines. You'd think he'd already learned his lessons. But do you guys think Michael is to blame for his son's ways? Or do you think Marcus is just a bum who can't stay out of trouble at his big age? Share your thoughts down here and be sure to check out this next video."
This don't make no sense. What's up, honey? How you doing? Yeah, in the freezer. Yeah, yes, ma'am. You know that. Man, they bothering me, man. But I just had to do that because I'm getting to know more and more about. If I was Michael Jordan, man, to be honest, I would disown him also. I'd try to get him some help and let him know what he's doing wrong. It's funny because I have people in my family and I have friends that I've tried to tell them, but you want to do it your way. I love you, bruh, but you want to do it your way. Go ahead and do it your way. Nephews and everything, man. I got a nephew. My nephew has brothers. See, look, man, you want to do it your way, so go ahead and do it your way. Uncle Mike just gonna let you know that you ain't pulling nothing over nobody's head or whatever. So look here, I'm gonna get on the border here. Hey, y'all take it light, take it slow. Y'all tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out. Still in the Philippines, baby, chilling.